Some truths hide until someone dares to see them. This is VeilX TV. Disclaimer. This content contains fictional, speculative, and AI-generated elements intended only for entertainment. VeilX TV does not claim any information shown as factual. Places humans were never meant to enter. Rooms sealed shut, chambers quietly erased from maps, spaces barred not for safety, but because something inside refuses to stay silent. Today, we investigate one of the darkest cases ever hidden from the public. The door in room B13, a door that hasn't been opened for 43 years. The Blackridge Hospital was shut down in 1981. Officially, they blamed structural issues and electrical risks. But the locals told another story. They spoke of screams echoing at night, of windows shaking, of shadows moving in rooms with no patients. But one room terrified even the staff, room B13. Former employees described feeling watched when they walked past it. Some said the doorknob was warm, like someone had just touched it, from the inside. In 1979, a patient named Mara Ivers disappeared, last seen alive walking into the basement for fresh air. Security footage, grainy and nearly destroyed, captured her stepping toward room B13. She never came out. When police arrived, the room was locked from the outside. They used a hydraulic ram to break in, but the room was completely empty. Nothing. Only a message scratched into the wall. Don't open it again. Months later, nurses reported hearing tapping sounds from inside the room. At first, it was soft, like fingernails on wood. But by winter, the tapping became pounding, enough to shake the frames of nearby lights. One night, an orderly named Jeffrey Ross stayed late. At 3:17 a.m., he heard a deep, wet breathing from behind the door, like something enormous was struggling to breathe. Jeffrey claimed that something whispered his name. After the second disappearance, government agents quietly sealed off the basement. They labeled the incident anomalous structural behavior. But a leaked memo from 1981 tells a different story. It described a multi-limbed silhouette detected by thermal imaging. It described sounds similar to speech attempts. But the final line was the most chilling. Do not allow physical contact. It adapts. A decade later, a whistleblower scientist came forward. He claimed that room B13 wasn't just a storage area, it was an old containment chamber used for a classified experiment. The project allegedly dealt with parasitic organisms recovered from a meteor impact site. The organism was described as intelligent, reactive, and capable of mimicry. According to him, it didn't just mimic sounds, it mimicked human voices. In 2011, urban explorer footage surfaced online. A group secretly entered Blackridge Hospital with a cheap camcorder. Their video captured something bone-chilling. As they passed room B13, the door slowly pushed outward, just enough to show pressure from the inside. Then a voice whispered, "Help me, please, let me out." The voice sounded exactly like Mara Ivers, the woman who vanished 32 years earlier. Before the hospital was demolished, engineers did one final inspection. A microphone was placed by the door. What they captured was not a voice. Dozens of voices overlapping inside one throat. The recording ends with a whisper, "Next door, yours." To this day, no one knows what was behind the door, and maybe that's for the best.